Hey yo, what we're saying, it's your boy AJ, and we're going to do a little bit of a different thing here around Dokkan. As you can see, we're going to look at the sort of older meta of the game and how they can improve. So we've got all the extreme 120 leads here, and obviously they are starting the EZAs for the 120 leads. We've already had this Broly here and the Super 17. Obviously this is on the global side, so we haven't got them yet here, but I've got the translations, well, I've got the info pulled up next to me. So currently his super attack causes immense damage and to enemy and greatly lowers defense, and the only change he gets from his EZA is massively lowers defense instead of greatly lowers defense. His passive before was the main problem, so it's attack plus 100% and then attack plus 12% and defense minus 10% per key sphere obtained. So half the time, you know, you were like getting like 1,000. Like normally defense for me now, a unit has to have around 90k defense to kind of be good, be viable, especially in most of the newer Dokkan events. But yeah, this guy ends up getting about 9,000 like defense, and he just absolutely gets destroyed. His new passive does change. It goes to attack and defense plus 120% at the start, and then attack plus 12% stays the same, and then defense minus 6% per key sphere obtained. Medium chance of launching an additional super attack with 3 or more tech key spheres obtained. So he becomes a little bit better, but obviously he's still losing defense. If you get 3 or more tech key spheres, if you do have a tech orb changer on rotation with him, you can, like I said, get the free tech orbs, and you're only losing 18% defense, which, you know, is still a little bit, but yeah, I think what most people were hoping for was hopefully getting rid of deep minus defense and just having attack. I mean, that would have probably made this guy a little bit better, but yeah, they kind of dropped the ball a little bit with this one. Quick note on his leader skill as well. His leader skill was previously, obviously, extreme tech, key plus 3, and all stats 120. Super tech type, key plus 1, and all stats 50. His new leader skill goes to extreme tech type key plus 3 and HP tag defense 130, so just literally a 10% increase to stats. And then super tech types, key plus 3 and HP tag and defense plus 9%. So it doesn't necessarily, the super tech, like the super side of it, goes up quite a bit. I mean, you get 2 extra key, 40% extra to stats, but his main like leader skill that you're going to use him for, extreme tech, only goes up by 10%. This Super 17 was where I think they sort of realised what they went wrong with Broly and kind of heard the feedback of people, and, you know, kind of went a bit better with it. So obviously the same thing with the Broly, extreme AGL type, key plus 3, HP attack 120, all that sort of stuff. So obviously that goes up to 130, and the Super AGL will go up to key plus 3, HP attack and defense plus 90%. Now his super attack at the moment, Shocking Death Ball, causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. And after his EZA, it turns to greatly raises attack and defense per 1 turn, causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. So already a massive improvement there. His passive skill at the moment, damage received minus 40%, attack plus 30% with each attack received up to 120%. So that in itself is good. Obviously the damage received is really nice, really nice. His passive skill after his EZA though, where it gets a bit interesting. So after his EZA, it goes to damage received minus 40%, so that stays the same. Key plus 1 up to a maximum of 3. And attack plus 30% up to a maximum of 150, and damage received plus 6% up to 30% with each attack received. So you can, after you get 5 attacks, you're a maximum of plus 3 key, 150% attack, and you're up to minus 70% damage received, which is absolutely insane. And then he also has a target Goku category allies chance of performing a critical hit plus 17%. So you run this guy on a target Goku team, and you're pretty much, you know, have him in first slot where there's going to be a load of attacks, and, you know, you're absolutely destroying the game with this guy. obviously links and stuff. Most of these, as I went over in my video describing the new link skill system coming up. Android Assault is going to get a massive buff. Links like GT are going to just, I think they provide attack or defense as well as key. Nightmare, it's going to thingy. Fuse Fighter, yeah, most of these link skills are just going to change to like Fuse Fighter and Fear and Faith and GT. They're going to still give key +2, but they're going to have like, I think it's a maximum at level 10 at like attack and defense +10%, so it's not too bad. So that leaves us with pretty much 3 extreme type 120 leads left for an ETA. What I could definitely see happening is maybe leaving, I think they'll probably leave the cooler till last, because he's the more, at the moment he's the better unit out of all these guys. So we have the intelligence Kibu here, obviously extreme int type key +3, HP attack and defense 120. Obviously that's going to change to extreme intelligence type key +3, HP attack and defense +130, and super intelligence type key +3, HP attack and defense +90. His super attack at the moment, super vanishing ball, causes immense damage to enemy and recovers 12% HP. Obviously that's going to still stay, it probably causes immense damage, and I think he might get an attack and defense buff, so kind of like the super 17, greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, and it recovers 12 HP. That can stay the same. There's no need to change that. His passive at the moment is attack +100% and then attack +70% when HP is 30% or above. So pretty much most of the time you are running this guy, you're going to get that 170% attack buff. What I would like to see, maybe for this guy, is if you gave him 100% attack +100% and defense +100% at the start of turn. The attack +70% when HP is 30% or above is nice, but then also I'd like to see some form of, like, once your HP goes below 30%, you regain like 50% HP or 30% HP, like just a little bit of a boost, you know, just so obviously it can only activate once. Obviously we won't make it too OP, but yeah, so like when you fall below 30% HP the first time, you get a second chance sort of thing to get that extra attack buff, and after that if you fall below 30% then it's your own fault pretty much. The one thing this guy mainly struggles with is key. So I can't remember looking through many of these sort of links, but I know that obviously with the Margin Power saga, Margin Power category coming to global probably around November time when the Go Tanks and the Exchange Boo drop. I'm not too sure if any of these links like Margin, More Than Meets the Eye, Infinite Regeneration, I can't remember if these give key or not, because the main problem with this guy is just he doesn't get key whatsoever. He gets decent attack, obviously with the Margin Link, Fist Battle, Big Bad Bosses, which is going to be insane after Link level 10. But yeah, the guy doesn't get many key, and on all the teams that he's on, it's not really, I mean, transformation boost maybe, but no, there's not really any good link buddies for this guy at the moment to give him a good enough key. So possibly as well in his passive, like I said, probably give him, I don't know, 2 key extra, something like that. So I'll probably change to key +2, attack and defense +100%, plus attack +70 when HP is 30% or above, and then restores own HP by 30% once HP falls below 30% once only. I think that would make this guy a lot better, a lot better. So moving on to SDR, we have the SDR Janemba. Obviously SDR, Extreme SDR, key +3 and 120 to all stats, Super SDR 1 and 50% to all stats. That's obviously going to go, obviously you know what that's going to go to, it's going to go to +130% to all stats and +90% to SDR super types. His super attack at the moment causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. They could possibly with him cause immense damage to enemy and maybe greatly lowers attack and defense, or maybe raises your attack, so greatly raise your attack for 1 turn and greatly lower their defense for 1 turn, possibly. I mean, it could work either either some sort of thing like that. I can't see them with any of these guys. I can't see them making them stacking units. It's just not a thing that really happens with, especially with these major EZAs. So his passive skill at the moment is attack plus 8%, guard activated against all attacks, medium chance to evade enemies attack, including super attack. So the guard activated is nice. What I would do, possibly, maybe give him attack plus 100%, get him a little bit of a buff there. Defense plus 50% and guard activated against all attacks. So he does have some form of like enhanced defense, obviously to match with the current meta of the game. Medium chance to evade enemies attack. I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't put that up to high or anything like that. That might be too overpowered. Apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, this guy doesn't necessarily struggle for key. I mean, he's got shocking speed. You know, he's got fear and faith, so he doesn't necessarily struggle for key as much as like the intelligence Kid Buu does. But yeah, I'd probably just leave that at that. Obviously, he's very limited for categories at the moment, but we could obviously. I mean, I really want down the line for there to be a Janemba and Gogeta Dokkan Fest, like a standalone Super Gogeta, and then possibly like a first form Janemba, you know, the big, massive, like yellow blobby one that transforms into this Janemba, and then we possibly might see like a new category for this guy here. I mean, should he belong on Overworld Warriors? I don't know, let me know what you think. I don't know if he would class as an Overworld Warrior, like the Super Saiyan 2 Goku, the transforming one, but you know, it is what it is. And then we have the physical cooler. So standard procedure with his leader skill, that's going to go to 130, and super fizz type 3 and HP attack defense 90. His super attack at the moment causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. Again, possibly give him some form of attack buff. Same with the Janemba. Give him like greatly raised attack for one turn, immense damage and greatly lowers defense. That would be good. His passive skill at the moment, attack and defense plus 100%, and launch an additional attack which has a chance to become a super attack. So this is one of the main guys out of the extreme types. It does get some form of defense like at the start turn. What I'd possibly do with this guy, I'd say raise the attack and defense to 120 or even 130, you know, push it out there. And then probably keep the launch and additional attack which has a chance to become super attack, keep that. And what I might possibly, make him a Wicked Bloodline like support. So give it like a Wicked Bloodline category allies, key plus 1 and attack and defense plus 20%, something like that. So just to reiterate, the full passive I would give him as part of an EZA would be attack and defense plus 1, 20%, launch an additional attack which has a chance to become a super attack, and then Wicked Bloodline category allies, key plus 1 and attack and defense plus 20%. You put this guy on Wicked Bloodline, he has no problem for key. Obviously strongest clan in space, key plus 2, good attack links, big bad bosses obviously, he's got shocking speed, reverse most malevolent which is another good attack buff. I mean, you have this guy running with this guy, the transformation cooler. I mean, those two pretty much run that team at the moment, and obviously with the ETA it's just going to get even more insane. Now after the 120 leader done, I mean, we've just literally had the AGL Rose. His ETA, we had him about a month or two ago on Global. Now I could see them after doing the 120 leads, I could see them giving EZAs to this STR Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. Now his leader skill extreme type allies key plus 3 and HP attack defense 120 when it includes all 5 types, so like it's got here. So that will probably just, you know, like it'll be up to 130, or even, you know, they might push the boat out and say extreme type allies key plus 3 and HP attack and defense plus 150, possibly. He does give his extreme class allies a buff on his super attack. I wouldn't change that personally if this guy were to get an EZA. Obviously we're talking this guy and the Tech Vegito Blue, we are talking like at least a year and a half until, or at least a year at minimum, until these guys get EZAs. His passive skill at the moment: attack plus 120%, extreme class allies key plus 3 and defense plus 50, and the super class enemies attack and defense minus 20%. That in itself, like I say, it's really good at the moment. Some people still use this guy, obviously not as much anymore with the LR Rose and the AGL Rose, the one that has his EZA already. So most people don't really use this unit anymore, but there are some people that still do. So his attack could go up to 150, because you do want this guy to replace eventually the AGL one like he did originally. So put his attack up to 150. The extreme class allies key plus 3 and defense plus 50, that's fine, keep that as it is. I would give this guy some defense of his own, maybe, so maybe defense plus 100%. Yeah, I think the superclass enemy attack and defense minus 20%, that's fine, leave that as it is. It does have obviously good links: Super Saiyan, Fear and Faith, Nightmare, pretty much the typical Zamasu and Goku Black link like set sort of thing. He's on quite a few good teams as well, so yeah, this guy, when his EZA does come in around, I would say a year. I wouldn't say I'd say it'll be at least after year 6 and after possibly the $400 million celebration, if we do get that far. But I wouldn't say it will come around year 7. I mean, we're talking a while into the future now, but I wouldn't say it would come around year 7. So yeah, just to reiterate, for his passive skill, I'd give him attack plus a 150 and defense plus 100, and then the rest will just stay the same. That's fine as it is. So yeah, that was the overview and wish list sort of thing of the Extreme Class Extreme Z Awakens that I think should happen. Obviously these two guys at the bottom have already got theirs, but yeah, I think we'll probably, in terms of the order, I think we'll definitely see Kid Boo's next in terms of the extreme ones anyway, then possibly Janemba, then Cooler, and then obviously the Rose after everything's all said and done and 120 leads have all got their EZAs. That's probably the order I can see things happening. But yeah, look out for another video where I'm going to be going over the, obviously we've done the extreme, so I'm going to be going over the superclass ones, which none of them have been touched yet. So it's kind of a fresh slate to look over and see what could sort of happen with them. But yeah, look out for that one. Let me know down below what you guys think, if you guys think any different. I'm open to debate. But yeah, it's been your boy signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.